Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy K Breezy here. I hope that all of you watching this having an awesome day. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over what I feel like is the best class setup for the MP5 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And with this setup that I have for the gun in today's video, it just turns the gun to like a consistent 3-tab beast and just lets you annihilate the competition. So if you're excited for today's class setup and you can't wait to dominate the competition, be sure to drop a like down below to let me know. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. But let's go ahead and start things off by taking a look at the perks and secondaries, because they just complement this gun and just make it that much easier to pop off during the match with these attachments. But taking a look at the perks, I used Ghost, Battle Hardened, and EOD. Ghost, so you don't have to worry about being targeted when an enemy calls in a UAV or a personal UAV or whatever. EOD, so you don't have to worry about running into claymores all the time. And Battle Hardened, so that you can just shrug off those flashes and stun grenades whenever you get hit by one. As far as my specialist, I decided to go with Dead Silence and Munitions Expert. Dead Silence because in this game, footsteps are either like you can hear them from outer space or they're just non-existent. And I also use Munitions Expert because since this gun is an SMG, it has a higher fire rate. And if you're on one of those long kill streaks, you're probably going to be running low on ammo. And if you don't want to pick up another gun, Munitions Expert is just the way to go, since it refills not only your lethals and tacticals, but also all the ammunition in your current weapon. If you don't want to use Munitions Expert, you could also use Stopping Power Rounds. But the reason I didn't use Stopping Power Rounds is it increases the recoil of the gun when you're using it. And this gun, it doesn't have bad recoil, but you know, it's already an SMG, already has a high fire rate, so I just went with Munitions Expert. But either way works, just use whichever one is the best for you. Next up, I use Stems as my tactical and Claymores as my lethal. Stems because they come in clutch whenever you're going against more than one opponent, and Claymores just because they're a low maintenance way to up your kill streak. The final part of this class is the 357, and really the main thing you gotta worry about with this gun is that you have the snake shot attachment equipped to turn it into your handy dandy pocket shotgun. Now with all that out of the way, let's take a look at the actual weapon itself, the MP5, and the attachments that I use with this gun. First up is the barrel attachment, and I had to go with the subsonic integral suppressor because without a doubt it's the best barrel to use for the MP5, unless you like to have muzzle attachments equipped, that is. And the reason that this is the best barrel is that it provides the most benefits, that being the integrated suppressor, sound suppression because of the integrated suppressor. You also get no bullet traces when you shoot the gun, an increase in ADS time, and no enemy death skulls upon elimination. So basically with all this, not only does the MP5 become more faster and even more lethal, but it also becomes a stealth machine as well. The only trade-off for all these amazing benefits is a slight reduction in bullet velocity, meaning that the range is going to be reduced for this weapon, but if you're using the MP5 in its optimal range anyway, you're not really going to notice this because pretty sure most people aren't trying to shoot halfway across the map with this gun. If you are, kudos to you, because I know I can't do it. Next up we have the stock, and I feel like for this gun, the FTAC collapsible stock is the best way to go, and it provides some pretty good buffs in movement speed and ADS time as well. The only trade-off is that it reduces your aim and stability and recoil control, but I mean the recoil really isn't that bad on this gun. And with the next couple of attachments that I'm about to talk about, you really won't even notice it. But the attachment I had in mind was actually the Ranger foregrip that I use with this gun. Even though it reduces your ADS speed and effectiveness of strafing when using it. You could use something like the Operator foregrip or Commando foregrip, but after I've been doing some testing and just trying out all the foregrips honestly in public matches, I feel like the Ranger foregrip is just the best overall foregrip in order to increase your recoil control and just gives the most benefits, is what I feel like. But you know, just experiment with what works the best for you and just see what suits your playstyle the most. As far as lasers, I decided to go with the THICC laser with this weapon because of the increase in ADS time, it increases your aim and stability, and increases the steadiness of your aim when you're strafing. The only drawback for all of these benefits is that the enemies can see your green beam when you're aiming down sights, but this really isn't anything major because if you're using this weapon properly, and you know, you're a GOAT, because you are since watching this video, it really isn't going to make that much of a difference anyway, unless you're one that likes to camp and just stare at a corner. But I'm pretty sure most of you watching this aren't like that, so don't worry about the green beam. It really isn't that much of a problem anyway. And finally, I saved the best for last because this is honestly just the bread and butter for this gun, so to speak. And what I'm actually referring to are the 10mm auto 30 round mags. This attachment is just the holy grail for the MP5 because it makes this gun into a much more consistent 3-round tap or 3-bullet tap at a much longer range. To be more exact, it just about doubles the range at which you can get the 3-tap kills. On average, you can get a 3-tap kill with the MP5 between 3 to 5 meters, But once you equip these 30 round magazines, you actually get an increase to 6 to 12 meters, which may not sound like much, but when you're actually in the game and you're in those close quarter situations, or actually when you're on those larger maps like Ramaza or St. Petrograd, it really makes a difference because you don't have to be hunkered down and hunting people trying to get all up on them. You can just shoot comfortably without having to be so close to people and having to worry about them hearing your footsteps before you're actually in a good range. But until you unlock this attachment, because it is later on down the line, I recommend using either the 45 round mag or slot a hand in its place, because the MP5 really does burn through ammo because of that high rate of fire. But overall guys, that breaks down and covers what I feel like is the best class setup for the MP5 in Modern Warfare. I've honestly had a great time leveling up this gun, and I would honestly already have it gold, but I've been saving that because I have an idea for a future video that I'm sure you're going to see soon, hopefully. With that being said though, feel free to let me know down below, what do you think about today's class setup video, and what gun do you want to see a best class setup for next. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, because that really helps me out. It lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. Also, don't forget to comment down below with your thoughts on today's vid, or just what you want to see next in case you have any suggestions, because I'm really curious to see what you guys have. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB. Signing off. Peace.